Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is David, and in today's video I'm going to share with you 7 top changes that are happening in Germany 2026. So basically in every year the government tries to make some changes, and some might be positive, some might be negative. I mean, the government thinks everything is positive, but we the citizens sometimes think there are some things that might be negative. And so I'm going to share with you 7 changes that I think are very crucial to all of us. If you live in Germany or if you want to come to Germany, these changes are very important for you to know. So the first one I'm going to share is that the minimum wage, which is currently at 12.82, is going to be increased to 13.90. So throughout this year, if you ever worked in Germany, you'll be paid at least 12.82. So this is the minimum wage currently, but from 2026 this is going to be increased to 13.90 euros for every hour you work. So if your employer is paying you anything less than that in 2026, then you have to call the police. I don't know who to call, but I mean, you have to call somebody. Now, the second thing which is also changing is the mini job. So this is influenced by the minimum wage. And currently, the highest amount you can get from the mini job is 566. So this is not taxed. So the mini job, everyone can do mini job, but it's not taxed. And currently it's 566 and it's projected to increase to 603 euros. So for every month. So this is another increase for the mini job, and I think this is directly because of also the minimum wage increasing. So the next thing which is also increasing is the salary transparency. What does this mean? So basically it means that if you want to work in a corporate environment, if you want to work in any professional job, normally the employers will ask you during the interview how much you will take in a year and so on and so forth. So they ask you for the salary requirement. Right now there's a new law that's coming in place which will actually force every employer to state their range of salary. So every job advertisement that you see, there should be a quoted range of salary for everybody to know. So this is basically to bring fairness to the job market and all that. And there's even another clause to this, that the employers are not supposed to ask you how much you took for your previous employment. So they are not supposed to ask you how much you have been earning, and to give them fair idea whether to give you the same or to even reduce or whatever. So basically they don't have the right to ask you how much you earn in your previous job. So, and also they have to quote a range, at least a range of salary they are offering for a certain position or each position. Now, another thing that's also increasing is that if you have a kid, if you have children in Germany, there's something that they call the Kindergeld. Now, this is currently at 255 euros for every child per month. So 255 for every child, each child for a month. And now this is projected to increase to 259 euros for each child per month. So this is basically an increase of about 4 euros per month. Okay, so I mean it's not bad, but yeah. So if you have a kid or you have children in Germany, then this actually applies to you. Now the next thing which is also increasing is the basic tax-free allowance. Now the tax-free allowance basically means that this is the amount, is the maximum amount that is tax-free. So it's non-taxable. So for example, if you earn exactly this amount in a specific year, you are not supposed to pay tax on that amount. So that, I think this is the best explanation I can give. And so if you earn anything above that, the other or the extra amount from that point onwards or upwards will attract a tax. So even if your job or your employer has already deducted the amount, maybe say monthly until the end of the year, you can file for tax returns, and then when they are calculating for your tax returns or everything, they are supposed to deduct this amount first from the total earnings you got in that year, the previous year, and then the remaining should then attract a tax. And so if they don't if you already even pay tax, you can get the money back. So that is the benefit of that. And currently it's at 12,096 euros, and it's projected to increase to 12,348 euros. So if you earn 12,348 in Germany in 2026, you are not supposed to pay tax. That's the basic assumption here. And for couples, it's just a multiplication of that. So it's about 24,696 euros. So this is for couples who are applying for tax returns jointly. So if you apply separately, then it will not attract that 24,000 euros. Now, another thing which is also changing, which is not in our favor, is the Deutschland ticket. So the Deutschland ticket is for you to take trains and buses in Germany and everywhere. You can take to everywhere you want to go. And currently it's 58 euros, and is projected to increase to 63 euros. So in the same way for students, currently students are paying 38, and is projected to increase also 5 euros. So it will be 43. So students are also going to pay more. So currently, if you buy food in restaurants and many places, you will pay a VAT, which is value added tax, of 19% on food that you buy in restaurants. Now it's going to be reduced to only 7%. So from 19% to 7%. I think this is good, but I have to say that this only applies to food and not drinks. So this is only to the food that you buy in restaurants, but the drinks, no. So it's kind of weird, but yeah, that is it. So from 19% to 7%. I think it's good. It's good if you actually eat out a lot, then it will reduce the amount you spend on food. So basically, these are the changes. I think there are so many changes, but I think these are really important to some of us who are interested in the money wise. In terms of some legal issues, I'll also bring those issues later. But for monetary wise and things that pertaining to our economic and our income and things like that, I think these are the major changes that are happening. And let me know your comments, and let me know whether these changes are good or it doesn't really make any difference in our lives in Germany. Okay, so thank you for watching the video, and I will see you in another time. Thank you. Bye.